Hey everybody, Signet here. This is a video that I've been asked to do for quite a while. It's going to probably end up being a series. This is going to be a Thinkorswim video. I get asked all the time for help on setting up your Thinkorswim. So let's kind of go ahead and get into it. The first thing that I want you to do is go to the setup and save your current workspace. This is very important because if we do some changes that you don't like, you can go back to how it was before you started fiddling with everything. You won't have to try to remember what your settings were. You will have already saved it. So click Save Workspace As, find a name for it that you know what it is so you can come back to it. And now that you have that done, go up here and hit Reset Workspace to Default. This is going to completely reset your Thinkorswim to its default conditions. Don't be surprised when it disappears all of a sudden and acts all crazy. It is going back to its original when you first installed Thinkorswim. So the first thing that I want you to notice after you do that, we're on the home screen. And there's a lot of value here on the home screen, and so many people overlook this. It's a really great tool, especially if you're trading futures. So now that we're here, notice every time I move my mouse to the top of this box, a little drop down shows up. These are all widgets, and you can have 9 widgets on your home screen. You can also have a scrolling ticker down at the bottom. So let's do that first. I like to keep it on the Dow Jones. You can put it on whatever you want. So click on that box, choose what you want. I want the Dow Jones, and now it's just going to roll down there. You can detach that and then create another one if you wanted to. I don't want to, but you could do this. Suppose you're watching the Bullish Bears live stream and you want to keep your eye on a certain watch list. This is a nice way to be able to do that. All right, so now that we have that in place, let's get a few more of these clocks. So if you're a futures trader, keeping eyes on the overseas market is kind of a good deal. We want to move our mouse up here to where the drop down pops up. We want to click the middle button to switch widget. Time and calendar. Market events. Nope, we don't want market events. Let's go ahead and do that again. Market data. Nope. Goodness. Do it again. Time and calendar. Market opens, closes, world exchange clocks. So let's do that one. Now it's going to default with these 3. I don't really care for these 3. All right, so I want to change that. We go back to the drop down, settings. We can add and we can change. So let's first add Hong Kong, London, Tokyo, and we're going to get rid of Chicago, Frankfurt, and New York. So why these 3? Well, at night, Tokyo comes online first, and then Hong Kong comes online, and then London comes online. You can see that it's letting me know the market is open. A word of caution, Thinkorswim does not care if their market has a holiday and isn't actually open. It's going to tell you if it's Monday through Friday and their market should be open, it's going to tell you it's open even if it's not open. Okay, so there is a website that you can go to check that. I've done a video on that. We're not going to get into that today. But don't trust this just because it says it's open. Don't actually believe that it's open. Okay? It could be closed for a holiday. Another reason you want to watch this is because these 3 markets close at lunchtime and then they open back up again. And you can actually keep your eye on this through the day and see when Tokyo goes to lunch, they'll close and then they'll open back up. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go in here and choose time and calendar. Market open closes in. It gives us a market, the New York Stock Exchange. we want to hit settings. We want to change that to Tokyo, hit apply. Now we know Tokyo is going to close for lunch in 22 minutes. We want to go up here again, click the ribbon in the middle to switch widget, time and calendar, market open closes in, choose settings, change Tokyo, or change this one to Hong Kong. So now we got Tokyo and Hong Kong. We'll use, just to keep things in order, we're going to go up here and put one up here. Okay, we're going to put London up here. Just because it's driving me crazy, I'm a little OCD. So click the change widget, time and calendar, market open closes in. It gives us New York. We don't want that. So we want to click settings, choose London. And now we can see that London opens in almost 5 hours. Okay. Now we can go over here, click change widget, time and calendar, world exchange clocks, settings. We want to get rid of Chicago, Frankfurt, and New York. And we want to add Tokyo, London. Let's do Hong Kong and then London. Hong Kong, London, and we'll get rid of New York. Now, look, if you want to keep more or add more, or, hey, knock yourself out, right? This is how you know now how to do it. And, you know, help yourself. Get after it. So while we're here, you can also add more widgets like, you know, you want to put your portfolio in here, trades, watch lists, scanners. It'll do all that good stuff, right? Those that I've shown you, those are the ones that I want in mine. That's what I've been asked to show is, you know, how I do that. You can actually use this for alarms, and you can make your own alarms and give it your own sounds, and we can go all kinds of crazy with it, right? We're not going to do that, but we do have that at our disposal. So you can do market events, conference calls, dividends, earnings, and economic events is what are going to show up in here, and we want you know, to look at tomorrow. We can see that, back that off. So we can see there's a lot of events. If you click on this, it will just take you right over to that spot, right? You want to see Econ Day event, earnings, dividends, conference call, all that good stuff, right? You see, I click on it, it pops up. I didn't even have to go anywhere or do anything. I can immediately see that there are 68 earnings events in here. I can turn off earnings and turn on Econ Day events, and I can see if there's going to be any Fed news or data. All of that just real quick and easy, no problems, right? So help yourself to as much stuff as you want in here. These are the ones that are the most important to me. Now we're actually in the charts. Notice that it's blank. There's nothing here. The flex grid, nothing here. And these four, Forex trader, futures trader, active trader, and pairs trader, they're all reset. Okay, and we're going to use all of them. So these four, notice I went to trade, and then Forex, futures, active trader, pairs. I can go back to charts, and we've got flex grid and regular charts. In the next video, we're going to start getting into those things. But now you've got the home screen, and that is the first step. That is the one place, the one thing I wanted to make sure that we had. We're going to go ahead and add a widget. I got a few moments left, so we're going to get market data, watch list heat map, and I want the Dow again. So now I've got the Dow in a heat map at a glance. Now you can also bring up the sidebars, so you can do that. And you can also add more widgets. Notice there's a little plus sign down here. You can add a whole new row. Now you've got another set of widgets that you can add and still be able to bring this up, including the economic calendar with alerts. Okay, so this is very powerful, and really I just never see people use it. There's so much great stuff in here to look around. But the ones that I really wanted to impress upon you, we covered, and I'll see you in the next video.